Man, you come straight out of a comic. Big dog Clint.
He was stuck in the rap snacks quantum realm.
Man, I don't like when meetings run over more than you should.
Go for it, man. Let's hear your take on it without even hearing our opinion. Let's see what you got.
So as I asked him, like before we jump into it, I want to know, based off of you just seeing it, what would you give it from a scale of 1 to 10 with Ant-Man and the Wasp?
Ant-Man and the Wasp, I will give it a 7.5, maybe the 7.5. Not, it wasn't a 10. Is a 10 being Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, you know what I'm saying, and a 1, being, I don't know, Thor, the Dark World or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Or Love and Thunder. I mean, that wasn't a 1. That was about a 3. But yeah. I'm gonna give it a solid 7.5.
That's way too high for me. Keep going.
For you, Ant-Man was way too high. That's way too high.
Keep going.
Dion had the lowest score of us all, just so you know.
I said 7.5 as well.
I said 6.5.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's below a 5, and I don't think it's above an 8. You know what I'm saying? So, like, somewhere in there, we good. But for me, where I did not like, I didn't enjoy. Here's the thing. I wanted more of Kang's story a little bit. I want to know, I wanted to know how he got banished in the time. Like,
come on, man.
Something that give me the event or what he did to make him be exiled. Like, don't forget, the Council of Kings, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're a big deal. You know what I'm saying?
Who exiled them?
Why?
Who was the procedure?
Well, I assume it was those 3.
That's the thing, though. You gotta.
But you gotta show us. You gotta show us why. Yeah. So I think so. So that's what we starting off with this. So
how do you trap them?
We were gonna do like the good, the bad, and the like what the fuck were they even thinking doing this stuff? So we starting off with the bad. I'm gonna let you keep going, Clint. Like you said, more of Kang's story, and I can't agree with you even more.
Yeah, I would have loved to see more of this version's Kang story. So, like, the only thing it really showed is him, not even just landing in the quantum realm, but it really showed just, his time in the quantum realm and how that happened. But we know Janet and how she got trapped in the quantum realm. She got trapped in the quantum realm because he was trying to save Earth, going subatomic and stopping a nuclear bomb. Well, Kang, you're telling us that you got banished. Who did it? Why'd they do it? What was your like, kind of like, okay, think of how He Who Remains and think of the story of Loki, and they show you why they prune these timelines, or not prune these timelines, but why this is a big deal, right? Or why taking them out the timeline and resetting the timeline is a big deal. But they don't show you, to me, it could have been, okay, well, Kang was doing this and Kang was doing that. He had to go one way or another. And I didn't get that. And the second thing that I didn't like about the movie, it made Ant-Man look a little too strong, in my opinion. I know that he has, he can use powers and he can grow and blah, 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 blah. But it's like, I needed to see Ant-Man, I don't want to say lose, but he looked like he won. And it became a hand-to-hand combat. It should have never gotten to that. Kang's, technologies, to me, I thought was way far superior above that, even though it got damaged. But how does it get damaged?
That was the thing that I didn't understand. Now that part, it's like I was telling them previously, Kang don't have hands. Like, Kang was bullied, so like Kang can't really fight like that. But as to Clint's point, with all this future tech, ant bites shouldn't be taking out your suit. Like with all the different metals, all the shit you didn't study, like ant bites shouldn't be taking you out.
And by you doing this, you can flip a nigga over, huh? By him doing this, can flip a nigga over.
Yeah.
Hey, I just fly away, bro. Why are you doing?
Now that's what he should have did. What I was going to say is, to his defense, a swarm of anything will overtake you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like to his defense, that was a lot of motherfucking oversized ants.
And
however, he should have just flew away.
But he did get jumped though, and I think too because he was trying to do so much that he got jumped, especially by M.O.D.O.K, and then jumped by the rest of these people, that he didn't lose. It's kind of almost like it's like watching Brock Lesnar fight in the ring. Like they didn't beat when he loses, they didn't beat him. They had to put him through a table, like through a whole bunch of chairs, super kicks. Like more people had to beat him up before the one person he facing pins him and wins. And
you know what I think it is?
Like, yeah, but I was gonna say, even to Clint's point, there were a lot of points in there where he could have done the whole like reminiscing of what happened. Like, so like when he's sitting in the chair like that, there could have been a clip of us seeing him like battling some of his Kangs or showing us like what kind of led to that exile, like his last like defeat before he gets sent out.
Even if it was a lie, right? And when I say a lie, I mean like no, but don't forget there's always three sides to a story.
Exaggerate, yeah.
My side and what really happened. And for me, it's like, yo, if you're doing this origin story or whatever, I would love to hear Kang's perspective on why he was banished into the quantum realm.
Did we understand him? That's a good question. Do you understand why he needs to get out? Did we like? I kind of get it. We never got that Killmonger. We never got
I will say I got that. I got that part with the time when he was talking to Janet in the spot, and the timeline started forming. Because remember, I was like, okay, if he's talking about I'm going to burn them out of time, I'm like, yo, this may be he who remains. This may be the one.
That's another theory.
Yeah, and I was like, that may be the one that is gonna figure out like how to conquer this. He gets his ass whooped, and then he's the one that comes up with Goliath and stuff, with Goliath and stuff. And so I was like, that's what I started seeing of. Okay, I see why Kang. And then what he said was all of them playing with time like children, and it was just
I was gonna say, but to what Dion is trying to say, and I think that this is. There's two issues that I do believe that we have with this movie in general. I think that one, we don't respect Ant-Man being victorious. I feel like if this was anybody else, and then within this story, because I think that that's what it is. It's like we went in like Ant-Man's going to die. So with him being victorious, it makes no sense. Because like if this was Captain America or Bruce and this all played out, we'd be like, okay, that makes sense.
Not enough to defeat Kang, because like I just said previously, his last two villains was a teleporting ghost and a dude with fucking daddy issues that had a bumblebee suit that was fighting in front of cars that were toys.
And then the second thing to what Dion was saying is, so with everybody, right? With Thanos, there was a debate. Oh, it makes sense. The resources you got to go have, whatever. But no, he's taking it too far. With Killmonger, like, yeah, y'all could be doing so much more. But again, like, you know, he's taking it too far. But we like you had that. With Kang right now, you understand why he wants to get out. He has this vendetta against the other Kangs, but it's like, what's like we don't have a debate. Nobody's like Kang is right, he got to do this, or Kang is wrong for doing this. We don't really know yet the driving force of Kang.
Well, like you said though, because we don't also know the force of what the rest of them are up to.
Yeah.
But one thing we all can admit to is that you can't really find support in a whole cast that's assholes. Janet Van, like, look, let's break it down. Janet Van Dyne is an asshole for keeping him locked up, not saying anything, and then making it seem like, oh, I've been out there by myself for 30 years, but she over here banging Bill Murray,
not me,
and being a freedom fighter and stuff. I'm like, oh, so you just got
her daughter didn't trust her the entire movie. Her daughter was going like, I saw that little snarkiness between mom and daughter. Like, bitch, who you thought? You know what I mean? But it's like, why isn't Janet forthcoming about all this? We're talking about a multiverse cosmic threat, and you're keeping it to yourself.
Right? Didn't say anything.
How you know what I just thought about? I know you just thought about. Why the hell would she go back into the quantum realm with Scott Lang when they had to get the little particles? She's like, I told y'all never to go there again. But she said, Scott Lang, go back into the quantum realm. And get
right. No, because that's the thing. She put them in a time vortex. So the thing is, like, there's no signal that was being given, only directly to them. In the movie, his daughter put out a signal that went to everyone.
Yeah,
and that's why M.O.D.O.K caught it. And that's why she got so upset.
Yeah, that's that classic sending a signal out in space, but you don't know who's going to answer it, and then all of a sudden you got a fucking alien invasion. It was like, yeah, that was reckless as fuck, Cassie. Like, why are you sending this to this realm? Like,
but to Dion's point though, Janet an asshole still for letting Scott go into that swamp. Like you go into the front yard of the quantum realm, but you gotta stay right there. Don't go past the driveway. Or you gonna wind up in some shit. Yeah, you're gonna wind up in some shit.
Yeah. Nigga, Scott Lang beat Kang the Conqueror. Nigga, wow, really? That's the title. Scott Lang.
All I know is Scott's next book is about to be fire. His next book about to be a motherfucking bestseller. That nigga about to
Times #1.
Yeah. But that's his hearsay though. He was in the quantum realm. You can't prove that.
Here's my other thing, right? Here's my other question, real quick. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
But to the untrained or person who hasn't been watching Marvel or who may not know so much about Marvel, right? So in the quantum realm, we saw twice, right? Janet aged in the quantum realm, right? In the second, and also the second time we saw the quantum realm, Scott said it felt like 5 hours, but it was really 5 years. You're telling me no time is? They've only been in the quantum realm for a day?
Well, no. Remember how we said there's different layers to this quantum realm, and all of them operate on time differently because it's just a whole bunch of different stuff packed into here. So wherever he was, and supposedly the theory is he was in a time vortex, which is why time was different. But as for her, she had really been down in the level she was for 30 years. And it didn't change in time because that's what I kept asking too. It's like, okay,
so it felt like 30 years for Janet Van Dyne for Janet Van Dyne too.
It was legit 30 years, yeah. Like so, they're both on the same time as the Earth, and then what is on there. But where that pocket of the quantum realm Scott was, it varied in a different thing. Same place like where the Avengers traveled to go through time and stuff like that to get the Infinity Stones.
Hey, they had to do that, man. Because imagine if she came out as a 20-year-old Janet Van Dyne and like, "Hey, you my husband," and he over.
Yo, old as fuck.
Women like Michael Douglas though.
Oh yeah, she's just been another Captain Zeta-Jones. Been like, come here, my liver spotted darling.
Liver spotted.
Oh, how I missed you. So what were some other things that y'all didn't like? We still on the bad parts. I know one thing for me, like we talked about, was M.O.D.O.K.
I mean, I know I missed that part, but yeah, I'm good. They didn't even need M.O.D.O.K. They didn't have to have it. It wasn't important to me. Like, especially, first of all, just the whole face thing was so creepy. Second thing is like, why like, what did Kang see it? It didn't make sense to me. It just didn't he didn't fit in the story. I'd rather it just been AIM and Tarleton being M.O.D.O.K. instead of
well, supposedly from what I had caught when I saw it the second time, M.O.D.O.K built all of that for him. So that's what I was catching. M.O.D.O.K is the one that was responsible for engineering a majority of what Chronopolis looked like. And so, because we also got to remember too, he's a supercomputer. And so, like, you also compare that with Darren Cross's brain, I can understand why it was there. But again, too, even to that point, it was still unnecessary because, like, he's from the 30th century. Like, you didn't need him to help you build all of that stuff when you already know how to do it. Mm-hmm. And then the only other thing I didn't like was just how Clint said it was a creepy face. This was the perfect example I saw of why they need to start bringing puppets back. Like, imagine M.O.D.O.K if he was like designed by Jim Henson or like Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
that would have looked so much better than them trying to plaster a effects face and stuff like that. And you just had to try to make it move and be more actionable, even if putting the mask on when he's trying to fly around like y'all did. But trying to make it so CG and stuff like that, it looked like when you look into one of the magnifying glasses and they just real big. Like, that's what that shit looked like.
I would much rather them showing the face looking really jacked up and say, "Oh," and he covers it up and they should never show it again.
Yeah, never should. Keep it with the keep it with the mask on because he looked at badass with the mask.
Another piece to that though for me was, so he just became a good guy because Cassie told him not to be a dick.
Yeah, trash.
That's it.
But you know what though, I will say it to play on it from the Ant-Man basis.
Okay.
Darren has always had an identity issue of trying to find who he is. He got under Hank Pym's wing, and that forced his identity. And then when that wasn't enough, he tried to do it in the realm of being this better than him, but still not finding himself. And then going into the quantum realm, you find this person and you knocking at death's door that brings you back. And like Kane ain't Hank, like then they don't play that shit, but like I found you, so you're gonna work and make sure you don't speak in my presence. So it's like I can see it, but like y'all said, for it being M.O.D.O.K, though, it was a crappy ending.
Yeah, I think they get. I think the issue is they keep on taking menacing characters that we've seen be like, oh, this is Avengers level threat, and you just turn them into a joke. That's the issue with it. M.O.D.O.K was never a joke.
I never knew who M.O.D.O.K was until the video game. And when I played the video game, I'm like, yo, this motherfucker, he mean business. Like, what this storyline makes sense. Like in Humans with the Terrigen Mist, and how he, he got somehow it affected him, and like that's a story, bro. Like this is not M.O.D.O.K deserves better than this. I'll just
he should have got out. I think Kang should have got out. M.O.D.O.K should have got out. The thing that bothers me is they're definitely relying on the viewership to know who the Kang, the Council of Kangs are. So imagine a person who never watched any of the comic book or read any comic book, like what the hell is happening? I thought this the guy that was in Loki. Thought he got killed.
Yeah, I thought first of all, that was a lot of people's reaction in the who's not Marvel fans. Like when the second trailer popped up with Victor Timely, people were like, I thought Loki died. Like,
I mean, Kang, but
no, but they thought Loki died. They didn't watch Loki. Some people didn't watch Loki.
Yeah. If you didn't watch Loki, then you definitely confused.
But then the same thing with Multiverse of Madness, where you realize there's different versions of this. So it's like, you're gonna be confused. But that's another reason why we even early in the episode about, I don't think it's a good idea to try to put pieces of the MCU into Disney series for us to watch to get it, because I'm like, some people may not sit here for 8 episodes to find out in episode 6, oh, that's how this ties in and stuff like that. And then how y'all just said, now they don't know that this crucial piece happened. And I do have my hear me out moment.
Okay,
go for it.
So hear me out with the second credit scene. So for those, again, if you're in here, you knee deep in the spoilers. So at the end of the second credit, we got to see Victor Timely presenting some kind of machine.
That's going to change the future.
So what if that's Kang the Conqueror, and that's where he ended up falling into?
I don't think that's a bad take, right? I do think that could be. I either think that Victor Timely dude is either him, or I think he's the earlier version of He Who Remains. I don't know.
My hear me out to kind of go with that. I actually think that robot version of King that we saw. So there's a robot version called Scarlet something.
Scarlet Centaurian,
right? And but that robot one didn't look like him. Like he wasn't red or anything. Like he looked like a whole new different version of that we never seen of the King. And hold on,
Deuce, just to help you out. So they actually do show Scarlet Centaurian. When they show the huge arena and stuff like that, and they're starting to pop in, there's a red figure in there.
Okay, so then that leans a little bit more into my theory is the only way that a King comes out is you cause that fight, that inner dimension, that rift within the Kings, right? And obviously Ramatut and that King don't like each other. Like he was like, you just mad that you couldn't kill him. I'm wondering if there's some type of remnants, if that was his backup plan, if that was really him, like if to cause that turmoil in between. So eventually when we get to the Secret War, like, because right now they're all just coming together. They're not fighting. They're all in that arena coming together. But at some point, we know shit's going to hit the fan and they're all going to fight. And it usually starts within. Like somebody's going to be with one of those Kings is going to be like, man, fuck all this shit. And then start this whole battle royale.
And then keep in mind, though, that ain't all the Kangs. Like he said, he called all of us. These are the ones that joined the council.
Yeah.
We still don't know the ones that actually don't mess with the council and want to go fight them.
Yeah.
And then even too, like that's why it's a whole bunch of like, it'll make you go cross-eyed like Cyclops thinking about it because even watch
nice callback.
Appreciate that. Even going to the second, the first post-credit scene, Ramatut is technically talking to himself. Because he becomes Immortus. Because Fantastic Four run him off. He falls into limbo, and that's how he sees everything that's going to happen. So he's technically talking to himself, which makes it even more weird that he bowed to him, because it's like, yo, now I see the egotistical side of all of these Kangs. I see why now it's going to take the implosion from the inside in order to defeat all of them, because you can see it in them. And that's why I said too, even going back to like how y'all said, trying to get attached to Kang, it's like, we have to remember Kang's an asshole. Just through and through. All versions, all of them are assholes, because y'all got bad that y'all got bullied. Now you want to go play with time. And like he said, these are the ramifications of it.
Yeah.
So Dion, can you tell me some of your other bad moments before we hop into the good?
No, I'm tapped out. I'm getting frustrated. But no. So if the movie wasn't the 31st movie of the Marvel franchise, I would be happy with the movie. The fact that they were setting up so much in Phase 4 that we didn't get like a glimpse of tying in any of the characters, a little kind of whip, some sort of coup de grace. Like this movie could be removed from the Marvel franchise, and I guarantee it does not move anything forward.
But it moved Ant-Man forward. That's not saying a lot.
No one's seen it. This is
we don't respect Ant-Man's triumph.
That's really what it is. That's really what this is.
In a secret world.
That's what this was. But no, if you think about it, like that's it. Like, what does Ant-Man do after that? Like, yo, you're good. Like, this was it. Like, now it's like, yo, let me spend time with my daughter. Let me start helping out more to build to the next.
Keep him in the quantum world. That would have been groundbreaking. If him and Wasp stayed there, not getting killed, but it's got trapped there, that would have been a better ending.
Well, I'm sure they finna travel there. I'm sure they finna travel there since now they got that entrance to it.
Yeah.
Trash.
But think about it though. But now think about it though. If that's the end part, like, let's be honest, do we really want to see Ant-Man again?
That's what I say. Keep him in the quantum world.
But that's what I'm saying. You ended his story. Wow. That was a great ending to his story. Like, I don't need to see Ant-Man anymore. Like, that was a great third movie to the Ant-Man franchise. It's done. Same thing like with Thor. I don't need another Thor movie. I don't need any of that. And that's why I say for him, I like that was what it was. We saw him fight on a small scale. We see what he can do when he got to a bigger scale. And now what we see with him doing on an even more massive scale. Because let's face it, like you said, we don't respect Scott Lang. So it's not like we really want to keep seeing him come back and do stuff. He was the guy that entertained us until it was time for the next important thing. And the only really bad thing to take away from that was you introduce the next big bad with somebody we don't really care for to see him interact with. Like I said, had this been Cap or anybody else, we would be more into this. But the fact that Ant-Man is already comical, very funny, got punched in prison, you got Lewis and T.I. in it, you just kind of like,
and
this dude beat Kang?
And they leaned in on him being the everyman. The very first line is, "This makes no sense. I'm a superhero." It's like, nigga, we already feel that about you, and now you're just going to confirm it.
But here's the good thing I'll say, and we'll jump into this. Like I said, it's also the same thing that it closes that chapter with him. So it's just like, yo, I don't need to see him jump into anything more. And I like where. It's kind of good and bad. I like where they show where everything's set at, like Wasp is running like a foundation. So Wasp could retire. She wouldn't even have to really be Wasp anymore. And then we can see Ant-Man continuing to be a celebrity like wherever he goes. So it's like, I like that. And one thing I'll say I didn't like though, just to add to that, I didn't like that I didn't see Luis. in here.
Me? Hey, okay. I thought I was missing out.
I ain't like that, man. I did not like that.
Like, I need his narration. He's, you know what I'm saying? Like
I didn't see T.I. either.
Nope, I ain't see nothing. And they didn't tell us what happened to them. Like I think that was the thing too. They kind of messed up on was that y'all made some dope B-list characters that we deserve to see happen. Like we don't know what happened to the mom and like the boyfriend that's the cop. Like I would have loved to see like, are they married or is she pregnant with a new kid? You could have did that, but you didn't show us that. You didn't show us what happened with Luis, T.I. and the other guy. Like, is their business still flowing? How did they elevate? Like that was kind of Did they blip? Yeah, to Dion's point, did they blip?
Did they blip? Yeah.
Did they stay around and become a booming business for security because they still there for the 5 years?
Let me ask y'all this though. Speaking of blips, in the quantum world, did half of those people get blipped?
That's a good question, yo.
Did they know?
No. It's outside of time.
Yeah,
they also said the quantum realm is a different universe. So don't forget, what's his name? Thanos snapped everybody in this universe. 616. So people think Earth 616 is just Earth. 616 is a universe. So 616 also includes the 9 realms, which is Asgard and all that other stuff. 616 includes our version of the Guardians of the Galaxy, Xandar, all of the other things. Like so, when Thanos snapped, he snapped everybody in the universe.
616,
because that makes sense. Because
the quantum realm is not the universe.
Yeah, because remember we saw that in Multiverse of Madness. Remember they stopped Thanos like before he snapped. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that the quantum realm wouldn't have got it wouldn't have got snapped or blipped.
Yeah,
that's wild.
So give me y'all like what the F moments and just wrap it just as we wrap this up.
So the liquid from Quantumanium.
I ain't gonna lie, dog.
Understand?
Everybody can speak the same language. Okay.
Drink the ooze.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was fly because
I like it too.
I like that better than what they did like with Guardians of the Galaxy because I don't think a lot of people know with them. They don't understand each other. They actually have earpieces that allow them to speak English. So like if Star-Lord, we're following through Star-Lord's eyes, if he took that off, Gamora would be speaking her language, Drax would be speaking his language and stuff. And so I was like, okay, that's cool. But I'm like, I don't think the quantum realm is going to have that. So the fact for it to be kind of tribal and it's like, drink the ooze. What I didn't like though was like, how Cassie get it before him and he didn't see her drink this.
Right.
Well, like, she seems more. Let's go with the flow. I assume that,
but they were with each other,
right?
But they were with each other. They were standing right by each other.
At some point, remember Scott was fighting. All we heard was Scott yelling, "Cassie!" We didn't hear Cassie like that at all. Cassie was like, "Okay, did you drink that? All right." Like and Cassie, that was my what the F moment. This is what I want Marvel to stop doing. And I get it from a movie storytelling standpoint. But these are superheroes. I do not need every superhero to have parental issues or dealing with, I got to be a dad now. Like, no, let my superheroes be superheroes. I want to see superheroes suit up and beat ass. I do not need to see them dealing with a teenager who don't respect them. And now you got to deal with that dynamic. Like, I don't want that no more. Like, Marvel, stop that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I didn't like how they built her character out because it was like even the first 2 movies is like, how's she turn into this? Yeah. Like this ain't the
fatherless for 5
Cassie
years.
woke.
Cassie woke is a bitch. Hey,
but it's like to the point where you woke, but you gonna drink random alien goop. Which as a father too, I'm even more disappointed. And you be like, so you just gonna swallow shit. That's what you doing.
You enjoy random foreign liquids going down your mouth. That's what we doing.
Especially if you literally just got to the quantum realm and you already just like, I'm with it. Like,
like, yo, what have you been doing?
I ain't gonna lie.
We don't know if her parents got blipped. You know what I'm saying? So she could have been an orphan for 5 years. So she could have been like raised with a black.
No. Her parents were there. Her mom, because she was living with her mom.
Yeah, her mom was there.
No, actually, no. You know what? They didn't show who she was living with.
No, she could have been by herself.
We assume she was with her mom, but
she could have been with relatives because they never showed.
If you zoom in the back, there's a nigga in the back with a wife beater on. He like, hey, who that?
Saying,
Who at the door?
Drinking orange juice out the carton. Like,
you said that's your dad?
That's what's up, man. That's crazy.
That's the Roach fan movie.
Yo, I'm sorry, it got to be played by Ben Rames.
right. Hey, saying shit like, "Hey, who that? That's your aunt, daddy. That's your aunt, pop. Who that nigga?" No respect.
That's what's up, man. Hey, just come in here, man.
That's
Let's do what Tricky do.
What you been doing my daughter for the past 5 years?
Oh, so you the ant nigga, huh? Oh yeah, nigga. Yo,
nigga.
she was telling me about you, man. How you be shrinking and shit. Yeah, man. I see you shrunk out of her life for 5 years. I'm just fucking with you, bro. I'm just playing. Too soon. My bad, bro. My bad. But yeah, no, I'm DeAndre, bro. I've been, holding her down for while you been gone and stuff.
Get big. Let me show you this girth.
Whoa.
All right.
That's why you got a divorce. That's why they call you Ant-Man. That's what's up, man.
We're here now. We're here. Thanks, Dion.
Oh my goodness. Yo, some other ones. Yo,
I got a what the fuck moment.
Go for it.
Yeah.
So Bill Murray's character is not a human, as you know what I'm saying. He said he's not a human, but only in the parts that he needs to be human. And if I'm Michael Douglas, right, or if I'm Hank Pym, who was you fucking him?
Well, he said that. He was like, yo, but then he was like, I mean, I was fucking, he was like, you know what I'm saying? I had me a little thing too, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but at least she was human.
Yeah.
This is not human.
Yeah. Well, you know what though? I will say this: like the people on Xandar, technically they not human. You know what I'm saying? Like the one that like Glenn Close was playing and stuff in Guardian. So we don't know what's a little different with them, but we definitely know they was beat to meet with pink aliens and shit and having kids.
My question to you is this. So this is I asked this on my podcast last year, right? About that same premise. So when Star-Lord got taken, he was a human. He's seen humans in his world, right? At how long before you test the waters and say, you know what, I can fuck an alien? Because when do you make that decision?
Yeah, he will smash them in the plane.
I guess that's the same decision you make when you're in jail when you say you're gonna fuck a man.
Let's not compare it to that. Let's not compare. Hold the fuck up.
I'm asking y'all though. How long?
Wait a minute, Deuce. You're not gonna compare alien pussy to man pussy. That's what you're not gonna do. Okay.
That bullshit.
Pussy and interracial pussy ain't the same.
Real quick, I've never been to jail, so I've never had to make that decision. But I
did it outside the jail.
But then, I made it outside the jail.
It's like I didn't need to go to jail. I tried it out on my own.
Nah, but I just felt like she made it like. At what point do you say I'm gonna fuck an alien? Like,
well, that's what I'm asking y'all. For y'all, at what point you get put into space, the quantum realm? At what point do you say I'm gonna give it a shot?
Okay, so let me ask you this: at what? So this is how we'll put this into a equation of how long this will take, because we all mentioned we knocked down She-Hulk. She-Hulk got gamma radiated pussy. How long you waiting until you knock down She-Hulk? Let's say like y'all done went on y'all first date. How long before you like, you know what? I'm gonna take the chance and go ahead and dive in this gamma radiated vagina.
Radiated, baby. Because you creating a new STD.
How long you waiting?
You're gonna melt that condom off, yo.
So here's the thing with She-Hulk. Listen here, if I'm on the dating app, it's night of. I might listen here. But like I said, it's levels because like I think about Gamora, right? If I came across Gamora, I'd probably go for the right. But if I came across like Mantis, I don't know. I mean,
like I don't know, man. Y'all wild.
All alien pussies the same in the dark.
Because if Janet has smashed a nigga in the quantum realm, I'm certain there's no condoms there. And I'm certain there's new STDs. I'm talking that new pneumonia STD. Like, and she brought that back to Hank. What's his name?
Hank, yeah.
To Michael Douglas.
Hey, Will, can somebody go to Dion's house and take his computer?
Because I'm like,
you don't need a computer, my nigga.
if we as humans can smash a monkey and create HIV,
who's we?
What?
We aren't smashing monkeys.
I said we as humans.
That's not how HIV started.
I mean, well, it kind of is, but yeah,
it's not at all how they start. But
I don't know. That's what they said.
Right? The ones that was doing it. I'm being PC.
Yeah, that's what they said.
We'll agree to disagree. We'll just do.
But how I feel offline, yes, that's another story for another time.
Yeah. Yes, but so you day of Deuce just in gamma radiation. So alien pussy you one night.
If it's She-Hulk or Gamora, I'm down.
Nah, fuck that, man. You got to get the one he said put them teeth in him.
No, I'm not down with that. That's a no-go.
The teeth in him.
That's a no-go. That one. You know that one Star-Lord was talking about. I'm talking about that one. Because we all got that one we called at 3 a.m. Which one you calling 3 a.m. to the ship? I'm talking about that. Clint, how long you waiting?
How long am I waiting? Man, I might just have to rub one out for the rest of my life.
Rub one out?
Yeah.
I don't think I can bring myself. I don't care how fine of an alien she is. Like, even the chick that was like, you saw the guy who could read minds and then the fake Xena war. I don't know her name.
Yeah.
Jatara, what is her name? Janara or something like that.
I can't remember.
She's as human as possible. I couldn't.
Yeah, it's wild.
So you passing it up.
I'm rubbing my quantum dick.
Dion, what about you?
I'm with him, man. It's wild to think that, man. That's a whole different species. Like what if somebody told you, listen to me very clearly. The ones that look human are the worst or the most poisonous. But that broccoli bitch right there, that's where it's at.
Broccoli.
Like imagine somebody said that, you'd be like,
Hank said that guy looks like broccoli.
Hey,
oh shit.
Hey, he tried to holler at Cassie. He was like, "Hey, so what you on?"
Yeah,
he pulled up on her at the bar like, "Hey,
you come in often?"
My man said that guy looks like broccoli.
I don't know, man.
What was his name in the credits?
I have no idea.
We gotta find out. Who is Broccoli Man or Broccoli Girl or Broccoli?
Clarence Johnson.
or it should be Broccoli. Why don't you call him Broccoli?
Oh, that's funny. That'd be the Stan Lee character.
They probably don't even have him named. That's the name too. It's like, yo, what was he even named on there? Because I'm on IMDb. I'm like, what's the name? Broccoli Man. Graham Fox. His name is Graham.
What? The character name?
No, the actor. The actor's name is Graham Fox. He was literally called Broccoli Man.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's literally credited as Broccoli Man. He was in Eternals.
Ain't no way, man.
Probably
the actor or
the broccoli guy?
No, well, of course the fucking actor. Why would the broccoli guy be?
Hey, listen, I was about to say, did I miss him in the
Eternals, man? It's not like you said like Black Widow.
No, he does voiceover work for him and stuff like that. So he's done like Elden Ring, Eternals, Assassin's Creed, and stuff like that. So he seems to be like one of those cats. So I don't think they gave credit to the person.
And there's a whole race of them.
Broccoli
men.
Yeah,
broccoli men were mostly grown on slabs of genetically modified kelp and run on a Beyond corporation.
Why are we doing this?
Well, think about it, because you got what's his face made out of rocks. So are we really shocked that? Are we really shocked that somebody's made out of broccoli?
That's why I said they should definitely have a quantum Disney Plus series, because it's a world that can be unpacked. It's so much to how we get here. Was they born and raised here, or was anybody cast here?
But some layers to that. That's some layers for you too, because broccoli's man-made. So that was a real moment they gave us. Mm-hmm. Yeah, them some man-made beings, man. But yeah, man. So with this though, like before we start wrapping up, let me ask: with this movie being seen and what we discussed today, where does this leave you now, moving forward to Phase 5? I believe what's next is Guardians of the Galaxy 3, along with Secret Invasions and then Loki Season 2.
So here's the thing. I believe that this was supposed to be a big kickoff for Phase 5. And for me, it wasn't a big kickoff. It was a nice launch. It wasn't a big kickoff. It was a nice launch. I need to see Kang more, right? And when I say I need to see him more, I know I'm going to see him in Loki too, but I need to see him where I least expect to see him. And all of these things, because I think we're going to be in Phase 5 for the next 2 years. So all the movies this year, shows this year, and all the movies and all the shows next year. Phase 6 does not begin until 2025, when you're going to start getting, of course, the Avengers movie. And we're going to, we don't know what shows they have slated. And then we know, I think the end of Phase 5 is supposed to give us a new Captain America movie, which is coming out next year, and a new and a Fantastic Four film. Yeah. They need. I mean, for me, where it leaves me at is I'm curious to see where else I'm going to see Kang throughout Phase 5, because we know we're going to see him in Phase 6. But where else outside of Loki and maybe a couple of What If episodes, when are we going to see Kang before we get to the when? Because here's the thing, right? We didn't see Thanos before the Avengers threat, but we knew what the main conflict was, which was the Infinity Stones. So we saw them popping up around the MCU between Phase 3 and between Phase 2 and Phase 3. You know what I mean? Or at the beginning of Phase 3. So I just need to see that. That's what I need to see.
But we did get pieces of Kang, like in end credits and stuff like that, because he went through a whole bunch of facial changes till they got like the Josh Brolin face and stuff like that.
Yeah, he was blue at one point. Remember?
Oh, you mean Thanos? Yeah, because we saw Thanos at the end of the Avengers, the first one.
Yeah,
and but we knew the Infinity Stones were the Infinity Saga was something.
Yeah. You remember in the movie when he was like, "Have I killed you before? Were you the one with the hammer?" I would much rather have him say, "Were you the purple guy with the funny looking chin?" Like, oh, he fucked up Thanos. You know what I'm saying? It'd be nice if he said that, like, "Yeah, I killed Thanos. The nigga y'all been fighting for years. I killed him too."
I get what you're saying, but also there's like 3 people that can successfully we beat Thor. Like Thor is still a problem. It's just you know what I'm saying. So I get why
he got manhandled by the Hulk a couple movies ago. So
hold on. He beat the Hulk. He beat the Hulk. He got electrocuted, and that's why he lost. Remember, he kicked the Hulk's ass.
Yeah.
So Thor is a problem, but also too, that also shows you how minute Thanos is in this whole timeline, where I don't even have to bring him up.
Do you remember when they had the Infinity Stones in Loki? How that was like kind of like we use those as paperweights. So if he had said,
I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's like, "Have I killed you before?" He's like, "Are you the guy with the perp? Were you the?" You know what I'm saying that was trying to collect the stones? Like if he had said something like that, like, "Oh shit," he kind of like forgot that. Like that's how powerful he was.
But I wouldn't have said that to Ant-Man like that. I think he gave the perfect comparison.
Nobody respects Ant-Man.
No, if you think of it from human to God and stuff like that, it's like yo, he looks at Thor like, dang, like Thor is that all powerful dude. Like he ain't really tripping on Thanos, because then too he's evil as well. So it's like, why would he cross Thanos to do anything like that? Yeah. It is the Avengers that would initially stop him from doing that stuff. But I wouldn't have wasted my line on Ant-Man. Like if I was talking to like Tony or something like that, be like, are you the dude with the glove and stuff like that?
So with the little rocks, you got like
the little rocks and stuff. Y'all kind of blend together at one point.
Yeah.
He tried to lie and say, "I called the Avengers. They on the way."
Right. He was acting like a motherfucker.
He definitely
He said, "You got the wrong guy." Like, nah, I kind of got the right one. I got the right one. To answer your question, Will, dog, where I'm at is exactly where I was at 5 months ago.
Before you saw the movie.
Before I saw the movie, because everything this is one of the movies that I feel like it really, the first time in a while that I felt like them showing what's coming up next, like when they show like their timeline of events, that this movie suffered from that. Because had we not know that there was the Kang dynasty coming, right? And we just went into this movie not knowing what's coming next, I feel like it would have had a bigger impact. But with this movie and knowing how it ended and knowing that nobody, like Scott didn't die and there was really no ramifications of this movie, we have the exact same information that we had 5 months ago. The only difference is that we saw King the Conqueror and we saw the Council of King. That's the only thing that pushed forward. But we are still at the exact same spot.
Nothing moved.
You feel the same way, Dion?
Yeah, nothing moved forward. Like they could did all the introduction to Kang the Conqueror or the Kangs in Loki or somebody. All they did is show that Cassie got a suit and Kang is coming. So that's the only thing that got pushed forward. The MCU doesn't know anything would happen.
No, that is my only gripe with that. Is something that I really wish, like, I wish the entire MCU would have been on alert. Like, this was corny when I saw it for the very first time, but I wish they would have did something like this in a better way. Remember at the end of the original Mortal Kombat movie, right? When you saw, like, okay, the biggest threat in the first Mortal Kombat movie was Shang Tsung. At the end, the biggest threat was Shao Kahn. You know what I'm saying? Which anybody who plays the games knows Shao Kahn is him. You know what I'm saying? I wish we would have seen, like, nah, dog, not only is Kang coming, Kang's here.
Yeah, that's why Scott should have died, because you know, if Scott would have died and then got out and then Kang got out in the world, that would have had an immediate impact. Everybody would have been like, "Oh shit, wait a minute," because even though he's not the most respected Avenger, shit, if somebody kills an Avenger, that's going to make waves. Like, wait a minute.
Well, also too, the last remaining Avenger like that besides Captain America. So I think even too, for myself, y'all all brought up a really big point, and I think that this is another reason why it caused that movie to not have the impact it was going to. They need to stop announcing all this stuff coming out. We shouldn't have known that Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars are coming out, because even looking at this slate that they have coming out for 2023 doesn't match what you're announcing. Like, so just like even like Clint said, based off of what they have coming out, we're not going to see a lot of Kang, because the next thing is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. That's wrapping up Guardians of the Galaxy because James Gunn is gone. So we know Batista's already confirmed that, like, yo, this is the last time you're going to see this set. So this is their end. So we don't even know how that really ties into the MCU, but it's probably just going to push it a little bit forward. Then the next thing is Secret Invasions, and then the Marvels, which ties into the Skrulls. And the Skrulls don't necessarily tie into Kang whatsoever. So you're now introducing me into another potential bad that we have to see what's going on with them. How have they surfaced? So the next time we even may see Kang is in Loki 2, which is not gonna be until late 2023. And then
they're saying like the summertime. So I'm thinking it might drop around July. I mean, when is Guardians of the Galaxy coming out?
March. May 5th. May 5th.
They'll probably give us Loki at the beginning in August. They'll give us Loki in August.
Yeah, because Secret Invasion got to come out first before Loki 2. But then you have like What If coming out. Then the next thing is the Echo series, because they had already shot.
I'm not even interested in that.
Right, but then the next thing is Ironheart. And then right after that is X-Men 97. Has nothing to do with Kang. Agatha Christie and the Coven of Chaos. That has nothing to do with Kang. Then, like, the next thing they've even letting us know that's even coming out is Daredevil, which ain't gonna be tied to Kang, and then Captain America: New World Order, which most likely won't be tied to Kang, and then the Thunderbolts, which is not gonna be tied. But apparently, that's the one that's supposed to be really involved in what's gonna turn the MCU upside down, which I don't believe at all.
You know what they should have did, and I know this is. I mean, as a studio paying, they probably couldn't financially. They couldn't did this, but because we're dealing with Kang and the different variants. All these shows and movies, the villain should be a variant of Kang, so that where everybody has their own individual version of Kang that they're fighting, and you go through this whole movie or series, right? Like, man, hey, this took me to the ringer, you know what I'm saying? And then only to find out there's a more vicious version of the nigga that you just spent all season fighting against. That would have been fire, because then now it's all connecting with a Kang.
Wait, so if you do that though, hold on. So now Now let's break this down a little bit. So one thing I'm gonna say before I even get into that breakdown. One, I think they showed Kang too much in Quantumania. I think what they should have started off with us, if they never introduced us to Jonathan Majors becoming Kang. Like, you could have let us know it's he who remains, and then say, oh, okay, cool, bet. Who is this big bad coming? Then this next one, keep him as how he first got there. Like, what is this place? You should have dragged that as much as you possibly could. Then we find out that the reason why Janet did what she did is because, no, this guy is actually evil, and that's the one everyone has been talking about. And then it reveals him in his suit to show that, oh, okay, this is a Kang, and this is the Conqueror. But as y'all are stating, there is a lot of room to drop him off in these pieces. I don't think Secret Invasion is where they're going to drop anything off. Loki 2, we know we're getting Victor Timely. And so for the Marvels, I don't see that happening. I see that happening with the Skrulls. But for Echo, Ironheart, and even Captain America, I can see what his name is, Mr. Griffins. I always forget his name, but the guy that owns the Kang buildings, the QENG buildings. I can see that being another one that they introduce as a Kang to show us in this time. Because the thing is, what I've noticed too is we no longer have a big superpower in the MCU like a Stark Industries, Hammer Industries, AIM. None of those are in there. So the only one left that could even come to do that stuff is QENG corporations. And then that's how you start showing us another Kang involved in this, because he could also be included in Daredevil along with Kingpin. So that's a way for us to get another Kang to be able to start going into this to get us situated in there. But as we know how Kevin Feige be acting, is that the direction they're gonna go in?
I don't know. That's the issue. This movie didn't give us any direction right now. So
But and all in all, though, as an Ant-Man movie, I think this was a great Ant-Man movie, and I think this is a great ending to that franchise.
I got it as the best Ant-Man out of the three.
Yes, me too.
I agree.
Yeah. And so once you leave it at that.
Wait. Dion, you agree. So what did you give Ant-Man 1 and 2 if you're giving this one a 4?
No, I'm talking about the franchise. I say I enjoyed the movie as itself.
Okay.
But this being the 31st movie?
Okay.
Yeah. That's what he gave a 4 out of 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was like, no, I need to see. It's Quantum Mania. I need to see Mania.
Marvel got to get rid of them hot words. They got to get rid of them hot words.
Yeah, bro.
Like, it's like saying the United States, but we only stay in Chicago. It's like I need to be all over the place. I need to see timelines. I need different universes. I need to be going all over the place. I need to see glimpses. I need to see the X-Men. I need to see Fantastic Four. I need to see Deadpool. I was like, it's about to be crazy over here.
Yeah. And I don't see where that starts. And that's the thing too. Like, now it makes me undermine Kang Dynasty and Secret Wars, because I'm just like, yo, like, are y'all gonna give us that, or are y'all gonna keep it very minimal for them?
Yeah.
Like, are we gonna get Battle World where we see everybody fighting, or it's like, yo, like, what are y'all gonna do? Are y'all gonna make it like how Civil War was, where it's 5 versus 5, and it's like, yo, y'all cut out all the best people.
I'm gonna be highly upset if Battle World, if Secret War is all the sidekicks versus all the old niggas, and they don't bring in nobody from any of the other friends. I'm gonna be highly upset.
Yeah. Bro, if Spider-Man don't get his suit, I'm gonna be pissed.
That's gonna be very lackluster.
Yeah, man. So, but thank y'all for joining us, man. This has been an extended episode. We jumping into the 2-hour mark, man. So, and I know these cats are always consistently busy, man, creating dope content, and I don't want to keep them any further. So before we get out of here, man, I just want to make sure we go around, let people know where to follow y'all and stuff before we go ahead and get out and close. I'm gonna start with Deuce, move on to Dion, and then we're gonna go with Clint, and I'll close this thing on out. Deuce, you are up.
All right, man. Listen here. I have officially transitioned to a full-time voice actor content creator. So I need y'all to truly follow me at young_Deuces. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Jump in. Like I said, we're doing stuff for Sway's universe. We're recapping and doing the Easter eggs and everything of The Last of Us right now. So go to Sway's universe page, check that out, man. Make sure y'all, you know what I'm saying, pop up in those chats and everything like that. And then just follow me everywhere, man. Young_Deuces or Geek Set Podcast. Like I said, we got a lot of stuff that we're working on, and I'm now giving my all to everything on this. So I need as much support as possible.
Respect.
Yes, sir. Dion, you up?
I have officially transitioned to a male.
Now I knew it was about to be some bullshit.
All out. I am officially a male now. I have dropped the NE on my name. If you want to know the journey, please join my Patreon. You can see the surgeries and too soon. Okay. All right. Hey, yo, follow me at Dion Lack, DIONLACK. That's it.
Been working for 30 years and still ain't got canceled yet. Just no points.
How got canceled?
I love it. I love it.
Hey man, just follow me, Clint Coley. I didn't transition anything. I've been a male since birth. I will always be a man. I'm happy to say that I don't plan to transition to anything else, and I'm just happy to be here talking Marvel shit with Black.
Yeah.
Hey.
I watch the new rock stars. I watch, Screen Crush with Ryan Airy, and there's no reason why that there's a bunch of us Black people who are nerds who need to be tuned into the geek set, tuned in to straight out of a comic book. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I support this space. That's my last message, man. I support this. I support Black people talking nerd shit.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
Appreciate that, man. Appreciate that. We appreciate each guest we always have on here. We appreciate the audience that is checking this out, man. And we're going to make sure this thing consistently keeps growing. So make sure you continue to check out Straight Out of a Comic Book. We're going to definitely look to be moving into brands and sponsorships to be able to get to this show so we can get into some in-studio stuff, especially with, Mr. Deuces now just being full-time, being able to get him out here, have a real, us all together in a real studio, being able to talk comic book stuff. Man, even, be there up in Lack Studios, certain comic book area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But make sure y'all keep checking out the show. I am transitioning as well back into Twitch. Just so that's clear.
Man, we got to start streaming, playing Grand Theft Auto, man.
Yeah, bro, man. Bad boy GTA, man. Let's do it.
Drop. Hey, when you get a chance, what you PlayStation?
I'm PlayStation.
Drop your PSN in the private chat. I gotta add you.
Deuce, if you ain't doing nothing tonight, we hopping on at 6:30. If you on Grand Theft Auto, come join us.
All right, I'm with you.
Come run in,
bro. My original crew, I started with everybody X'd out on me, so now I'm just on there by myself.
Well, hey, bro, we got a heist that we about to do in about 2 hours, dog.
Bro, come join us. Come hop on, man.
I'm with it. Trust me, I'm on it. I got you.
This money.
Yeah, man. So y'all can check out that. I'm gonna definitely bring that to the Twitch, and then as well as my journey through Hogwarts as well, man. I know my fans wanted to see that, so I'm definitely finna bring that back and just keeping this thing rolling. So I appreciate everybody that checks out my stuff, that continues to support me, man, and just tells me to keep going.
All right, y'all.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, this has been another episode Straight Out of a Comic Book. Let us know what you rate the Ant-Man Quantumania in the comments below, man. Out of a 1 and 10, let us know what you rated below, and we shall catch y'all next time.
Yeah.